to me, the live stream stopped. People were coming in and they said they had a black screen and it was just spinning. So anyway, I shut it off, and this is part two. We'll finish up our time on this one. Hopefully, those of you that were watching will come back, and we'll continue our live stream. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I died. Okay, I have no idea why it died. Hey, Lars. Yeah, no idea whatsoever. I thought, what the hell? I had showed people in here, and then that one guy came in. I believe he was from the UK, and he said the screen was black, and it'll do a little circle spin thing. So, and people come in and go back out. So, anyway, I restarted it. I'll tweak the heading of it later. But how's Lars today? Did you get off work or are you headed home? You missed a reveal a little bit ago. I'll pop the door open again here in a little bit, and if you're still around, I'll give you a little glimpse of what's coming. So, it actually runs. It doesn't run the best, but it runs. Well, I don't know about that, but it is what it is, right? So I was telling JB earlier, I said, well, won't be in the 6-cylinder bracket this year. Oh, he does he? Well, they say they'll fit in there, but you got to modify the hood because I guess they set up a little taller than the 302. So, well, that old Bronco, I don't know what's in it for sure. It may have the 351 in it. It may have 302 in it. I don't know. Like I say, I'm not going to untarp it to look right now because it ain't like I'm going to be tearing it out. So, not until the weather gets better. But I don't know if you guys, were you in here earlier when hang on. I can't do it that way. And this is where we're at with the Mustang. It's kind of like one shoe on, one shoe off, one head on, one head off. This thing is a royal pain in the butt to work on. That's what I said earlier when evidently I was talking to myself on the live stream. I've got this is supposed to be one of the most powerful battery impacts there is. That would not take head bolt out. It's supposed to have like 750 foot-pounds of torque. I don't know if it does or not. But. Hey, Carlo, welcome back. Thanks for coming back. But anyway, yeah, it wouldn't bust the head bolts loose. It literally took a breaker bar and a jack handle to snap the bolts loose to get that one head off. And I thought, I have fought this thing. This thing has fought me. I guess I have fought it and it's fought me back. So last time I worked on it, I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing? And I said, I'm done. I'm done. All the computer, all the electronics will get ripped out of the car. And hell, I may even rip the interior out. I don't know. I hate to because the car's in good shape. But body-wise, that's about all I can say. Got good tires on it. Kind of was looking to take this thing on poverty tour, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, but anyway, Lars, we got not a Ford. Believe it or not, not a Ford. I know. This weather is so crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, like I said earlier, we are going to pay. We are going to pay dearly for this mild winter we've had so far. And I'm afraid we're probably going to have snow in April, first part of April. There you go. That's the way to go, Lars. That's the way to go. I looked at a new long block, complete motor, carburetor, and everything. And man, I just hate to spend that kind of money. But it's like, what's for sale racing? He said you can't hardly build a motor for what you can buy a motor for with a warranty. Like they're going to give me a warranty. I'm not an ASE certified mechanic, so they ain't going to warranty nothing that I buy. So, well, look at this, Lars. You didn't have a 5.4 in the truck. My understanding, the 5.4s are just in the same category as the 3.8s. I've got a relative who's got a 5.4 in his Ford truck. He loves the truck, but he's had to work on that freaking thing. He's probably spent thousands of dollars on it, but you know, if we like something, we're going to spend the money on it. So, may not want to spend all the money on it, but if you want to get them running and have a toy, I guess we have to. So. Well, hello, Richard. How are you today? How's the weather in Norway? I have a very diverse group that come to my live stream, and I love it. So we have Carlo from Australia, Richard from Norway, and then my fellow hillbilly buddies from Tennessee. I'm an Ozark hillbilly, so. It's cold here too. I don't know. It's if I had another thing, 39 degrees Fahrenheit here with a cool breeze. The only good thing about it, a lot of the snow has melted off. I mean, anywhere there's sun that's shining, the snow has melted off. In the shadows and the shade, we still have about probably a couple inches of snow. So it's all around the building where it's the snow from the roofs fell off, but it's still plenty cold for my taste. It is. It is. Oh man, sleepy. I think tomorrow's supposed to be a little bit warmer, so I'm hoping to get in here tomorrow, get all these parts loaded up in the Mustang off the jack stands and roll out. Then I can start dragging some of the interior out of the van and start working on that console, overhead console. I'm not thinking that Ford console is going to work, but I'm still going to try to fit one or two more times. So, and if that don't work, then we're going to build a new one. But anyway, it's going to get a console in it. I need to take the headliner down anyway because it's the headliner's ripped. It's coming loose. So, typical GM headliner. So. But unfortunately, the van has a huge headliner, so. Yeah, Richard, this is version 2 of the live stream. The version 1 just kind of went kaput after about an hour and 15 minutes. And I lost everybody. We had quite a few in, and everybody said it just went blank. I had no warning. I didn't change my phone over to regular internet, the phone internet. It was still working off the house Wi-Fi, which doesn't work the best over here in the metal building. So, checking the time. Yeah, this is the first I've seen you in here. We had couple people from India. Carla was in here, and JB was in here. Lars is in here now. Had Colleen. Gator was in here from Florida. Can't remember everybody. I believe we had Connor from the UK was in here. I believe that was his name, and that was about the time that I was talking to him, trying to confirm that's who it was. That's when the live stream died. So he was a very interesting guy. I kind of wish he'd come back in. It's the same guy I thought was thinking about you that came into the last live stream. So. But hopefully I'm going to go through some of my video footage, and I got to try to get something put out this weekend. Maybe a hodgepodge. I don't know. I don't know what it'll be, but I don't think it'll be long. But it may be something. I'm going to try to do better this year and stay consistent on what I posted about a long form every two a month. Let's just say 2 a month on a long form. I'll keep after my Wednesday lives unless I end up changing to an evening sometime. I may do that. I mean, I appreciate all you guys coming in, but I don't get a lot of outside views. We'll be doing them in today. Yeah, that would make it difficult. I guess you could do shorts. Like my little 9-second short yesterday. It's crazy what people will watch. That thing probably got more views than half my stuff. 9 seconds. I don't understand. You lost power last night over 9 hours. A truck hit several power lines. Wow, that's crazy. I bet you guys were nice and cold. Do you have a secondary heat source there, Richard? Do you burn wood or anything? Really? What service do you have, JB? Hey, there he is. Hey, thanks for coming back, man. I don't know what happened to the live stream, but I was just talking about you a second ago. I was hoping you'd come back. So, Ours is not too bad. We have Verizon, um, but there's a tower fairly close to us, so you're not missing nothing, Richard. It was I got my tailgate fixed for my pickup truck, and I went and picked it up yesterday, and it's 9 seconds. It's 9 seconds long, Richard. It's not a life change. It's not going to be a life changing video for sure. Oh, it's through the electric company. Okay. Okay, I got you. Hey, you'll like it. Trust me, JB. Trust me. Um, our power company, they did that. We've been waiting for a couple years. Out where we're at, the phone company actually stops about 2 miles west of us. So everybody basically on the east half of the county, which is very rural and remote, there's not a lot of population on this side. We call it God's country on this side of the county, away from the tourism. Uh, your option was satellite internet or through your cell phone service. And the only cell phone service that had anything out here was Verizon. So we spent years using our hotspots on our phones to watch TV. You're in the middle of replacing a hard fuel line on your 82 Ford Sierra. Okay. I know I said this earlier, and it's because we lost connection, Stampy. Your name's Connor, correct? And you're from the UK. Am I right or wrong? That's good that you guys got wood stoves. At least you got a secondary source of heat. You didn't freeze. I'm bad with names, so I'm. And last time you came in was the first time that I'm aware of. Uh, but cool. I'm glad I got it right. So you're going to have to. What is a Ford Sierra? Because I don't remember Ford Sierra in the United States. Oh, I know, Richard. It's crazy, and to me, YouTube is shooting herself in the foot. Um, there's a lot of great content creators out there, and thank God they've got a following. Okay, I'll see you in a few. Um, yep, boss lady's on her way home. Um, it's a good thing they got their following before they started going this way and trying to imitate TikTok and you know even everything I've read and I try to keep up on this stuff. If um, if you can't hook somebody on your video within the first 7 seconds, they'll click away. Has the attention span got that bad? I don't understand it, but I know, and that's what they're pushing. And you know, uh, my understanding, that we've always said like, subscribe, comment, and share. Okay. Now the big thing is hype. They want you to hype videos. Okay. Hey guys, hype my video. I don't know if it'll help or not. It's a Europe model. You've got the MK2 under the Ford Sierra was sold under the name of Merkur. Okay. Yeah, I remember the Merkurs. They were kind of cool. They were kind of sporty from what I remember. I'd have to do an internet search and look at them again because, as you say, 1985 to 89, that's been a day or two ago. And even though I never had one, we didn't in the area that I lived in Illinois, in southern Illinois, I don't think it was a big popular car there. So, wow. Driving by the house in a Blazer. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy what people will watch. I mean, good God, if any people will watch people sleep all night, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn my live stream on, and you guys can watch me sleep all night for 8 hours or whatever, and you can watch that. Maybe I'll get 1 million views off that. An MK1 that's an 82. Yeah. You'll have to take a picture of it and put it on my community page. I'd like to see that, Connor. I think that'd be cool. Ford Cosworth Sierra. Well, see, Carlo knows. And Carlo's from Australia, so to an 85. Okay. So, yeah, somebody else told me the other day, what did they say they were doing? Oh, they were burning a Pampers box. Burning a Pampers box in the North Carolina snowstorm, and got over 8,000 views. Marketing, I guess. I don't know. So, I guess I'm not a marketer. I'm not a salesman. I don't have the gift of gab too much. I guess I have to, but anyway. Yeah, Connor, I'm going to check one of those out when I get done here, because it's been many years since I've seen one. Yeah, you guys have some cool cars over there that I've seen several different cool cars posted from the Australia area that they kind of resemble our cars, but they're not. I mean, they're called something totally different. I guess from my understanding, they do that in Mexico too, because of a guy I follow, channel called Mexican Spec. They call a lot of the cars a different name down there. They actually have pickup trucks that have been converted into look-alike Suburbans. So they're kind of odd looking, but I guess they're very popular down there. So. Well, I just like to catch one. I think I have one short. And you know, you guys have seen mine. A lot of my shorts are car show stuff, because the area we live in, that's what's available. And unfortunately, I don't have the creative bug. But anyway, I think I got 5,000. I think it was on a 68 or 69 Chevelle that had been cut and put together, and he called it a super shorty. It was kind of a cool video, and the guy, I ended up having to do two because I did a kind of an interview. You got to watch them both, but anyway, it was a 4-door Chevelle cut down to a 2-door. And I guess it was very popular back in the day. Kind of cool. Well, hello, Olivia. How are you? Thank you, Connor. Appreciate it. That'll be cool. I'll check that out, man. Why are you disturbed, Olivia? That TRD Super Boggy's been working on. Did it blow up? Oh, okay. Supers were pretty cool cars back in the day. They really were. Not a lot of people that I knew had them, but they were pretty badass looking car. I haven't seen one in years. Kind of like the Mercury. I haven't seen one of those in years either. So I'm kind of wishing I wouldn't have seen this Mustang ever. So, but we got her now. We just going for Plan B. So what's up with the TRD Supra? Temperature dropping in here. 2-liter Pinto. Really? Can you still get parts for Pintos over there? I need an inner fender for a 78. So any that 77 or 78. I also need a front grille for one. Oh yeah. You wasn't in here. It's getting close to time. I'll take you guys back outside. Let me throw my coat on. I know a lot of you guys weren't in here. JBA was, and a few other. I know, Olivia, you weren't in here. You see my little new not Ford Jewel that we're going to run in the Poverty Tour this year. So I think like I said earlier, the Poverty Tour starts in Joplin, Missouri, and I think it ends up somewhere in Utah. don't know all the details on it. I know this is the brainchild of Pole Barn Garage. I think he's the one that kind of put it together. Normally they go to Tucson, Arizona to the duct tape drags, but they changed the route this year, and it's going to be 1 week prior to the Power Tour. And the Power Tour this year is running down Route 66. I know if you're not from the Midwest, you probably are not familiar with historic Route 66. They've made several TV shows and TV shows and movies in reference to Route 66. It was a famous byway, highway, that I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe started in the 1930s, and it was discontinued when the interstate system started. So they quit using it. A lot of it was absorbed by the interstate. So, Connor, you haven't seen the farm here. This is junk that I have around my house that all needs a little bit of work. The tractor does not. But the equipment, not a lot. There's a set of tracks right there we're going to do a video on the excavator, putting the new tracks on. I think I'm going to have to put some new sprockets on it. But you brought up the Pinto. And I don't know if they had this version of a Pinto or if they even had a Pinto over there. But this is a Ford Pinto wagon. It was last on the road in 1994. Been sitting out in the woods. Still all intact. I believe it's got the 2.3 in it with the 4-speed. As you can see, it's set out all its life. But she's got a busted front grille. That looks like a dent, but it's not. It's just a dark place. That'll be coming up soon. They call this the cruising wagon. I guess they made them 2 years, 1977 and 1978. And they had a couple different paint schemes. The stripes were pretty much all the same. I think they made them a very few in black. They made them in yellow, a few others. This is a project that I bought that needs a lot of work. But here's the new baby. Okay, Olivia. What brand of car is this? Yes, and I know it's a 4-door. But you know what? I started a hashtag. There may have been one out there already. But make 4-doors cool again. But anyway, this is going to be on the poverty tour. I started it up a little bit ago. She needs a little love, but it will start up and run. Doesn't run the best, but she does run. Yeah, you're supposed to know. They don't even make them anymore. See? This is a 1974 Pontiac. Whoa, it's a little slick out here. Pontiac Ventura. In 1974, this is what they made the GTO out of. 2-door naturally, but this was a body style of a 1974 GTO. Guess if I really wanted to spend the money, which it'd be kind of hard to do with it being a 4-door, to make it a 4-door GTO, it'd be kind of stupid, but anyway, if plans go well, this is what we're taking a poverty tour. And if we survive poverty tour and have any money left over, we may try to do a portion of the power tour. So, I know a lot of people from overseas come over to America to actually ride historic Route 66. It's a big thing to do on motorcycles. People will actually come from all over, rent a motorcycle and ride Route 66. There's still a lot of historic buildings. Oklahoma is real big on keeping it promoted. There's a lot of tourism on it still, so. No, I don't want to be injured too. My old butt would not heal up good from it. Well, I have tennis shoes on instead of boots, but I wasn't planning on traipsing around out there. It's kind of shaded in that area. Oh, really? So you've done that, Connor? Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Read your past comments. Hang on. Hey, yeah. Yes, it definitely needs some love. Yeah, I think you said you knew about Route 66, yeah. Well, thank you. Oh, he had it. I have no idea how to. I'm sure I butchered the name. Oh, he had it. Well, thanks for coming in. Yeah, it's got potential. Uh, it's got ankle ventilation in the floorboard. So we're going to get it in here and take the interior out and see what we're working or not working with. Hello, player from Romania. How are you? Classic. How are you doing, buddy? You missed almost excitement of me busting my butt out on the ice. Before all that about the Supra. Okay, hang on, let me go back. I got lots to do, Richard. I'll probably die before I get it all done. Oh, it's okay. Okay, here we go. I found it. Reaching 1,500 horsepower with a 1.2 foot-pounds of torque, top speed of 270, and it sounds like the devil to your butt, I think. The British racing brands make a reproduction panel for the Pinto, do they? Yeah, I need an passenger side front inner fender, and I think the battery box. I think that's a weakness of them. They both rot out. So wish I could pronounce your name. Hohe Hannett? Hohe Hannett? I don't know if I'm even close. Where are you located? Not much snow. A lot of it's melted off. It was the last couple days. It's been above freezing. So yesterday was almost 50, I think. So it's supposed to be 60 this weekend. Richard. Well, Pontiac Ventura is really not really a muscle car. I guess it might have been in 1974. Hey, David. Talking about you a while ago. I was I tried it out today. I didn't read the instructions, but do you really expect me to? But anyway, it works. It's kind of jerky. Probably needs to be tweaked a little bit. But I used it at the beginning of the first live stream. And I give you credit. I told him, check it out. I said, you're the one that done the done a review on it, and that's where I got it. So Connor, you did the whole Route 66. That was quite a ride, wasn't it? You went all the way to San Diego Pier, huh? Well, unfortunately, I would like to say that I've done it, but I have not. I would love to do it. I don't know if I'll ever get to. I've ridden several different portions of Route 66, but I never went the whole way. I went on part of it over by Oatman, Arizona. Been on a lot of it in Oklahoma and Missouri. Most of Missouri's has been absorbed by the interstate system, and you can still bounce back and forth on the frontage roads, the outer roads. But so, what are you up to today, player and classic car guy? Now that I got off on stuff, the tangent. 23, and only got okay. 23, only got your motorcycle license. Okay. Let's say, I don't know how it is, but I think you have to have your actual, yeah, you have to have an actual driver's license, at least in the state of Missouri, before you can get a motorcycle license. And then what they do, they attach an endorsement. Like mine has a M endorsement for a motorcycle license. I bet it is scary, Olivia. Belgrade, I'll say it right. Suburbia. Yeah. Welcome, my friend. Parabolic gangster. I think. Well, that's not very good. I would say that you probably need to go take care of that. I just pulled it off the charge, and maybe I didn't have something just tweaked just right. It just kind of went, but it did follow me. I'll give it that. It followed me. I would say that the only improvement I would make for that company to put a little additional weight in the bottom or make the legs a little wider stance. That would be my only complaint with it that I've run across so far. So what's the weather like in Suburbia? Suburba. I'm probably not saying that. Belgrade. I can say that one. You have to have a racing license that lets you drive on racetracks. Wow, that's odd. I don't know. You may have to have it in the United States too. I do not know. Okay, David, can you pronounce that, what you typed? Mockerly misers around? I'm not sure what a Mockerly miser is, Graham. It's always possible. Frankie, what's up, my friend? I've never thought about it because I don't know what it is. Oh, you missed it, Frankie. You would have got a good laugh about busting my butt on the ice. I was kind of going through the junk I got around here. No. Well, my phone's older than dirt, but still, I don't want it broke. I got too much video footage on it. Studied at Lancaster University here in England for 3 years to become a Mockel miser. Okay. You're going to have to give us a definition of that, because I don't know. His name. The guy's name, hang on, I'll find it. I can't even get it. Slav something or another. A gentleman from Serbia, Belgrade. That's what I meant. So what I meant, I got a license that lets me drive on the track without having a proper license. Oh, okay. If you have a normal license, you don't need it. Okay, that makes sense. That I understand. They Mockelmize. Okay. Yeah. What's up, deck play by play? Austin 316. Okay. You a wrestling fan, huh? No, but I thought I was going to. I was holding the camera, so if I would have fell, y'all would have fell too. So, oh, we were out there looking at the Pontiac I bought. Will do, Graham. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Hit the like and subscribe on your way out. Make a comment so YouTube don't take your subscription away, because that's what they do. I already had a crack in it, Frankie. You know that. So, Deck, are you a wrestling fan with the Austin 316? UK motorcycle licenses are on a tier system. I can get my unrestricted power later this year when I turn 24. Okay. Well, good for you, Becker. There you go, JB. Keep them in check. Keep them in check. You can only, I believe they have that 2-tier here, and I'm not sure. I think it was under 150 cc's was tier 1. Like, I don't know if they call it tier 1, but I think if you're under a certain age here, you can only 150 and under cc's, and then after that, you can do anything. S1000R. You can get a Hayabusa. Yeah. Never had one of those. Really don't have no dealerships around here that sells them, so. I had a lot of different bikes when I was young. I had Hondas and Yamahas and a couple Kawasaki's. I'm kind of partial to Kawasaki, but when I was younger, mainly a Honda or Yamaha. When I got a little older, was able to buy them myself, I ended up with a 440 LTD Kawasaki I really liked. That was way back in 1981. And then I upgraded to a KZ1000. Talk about a screaming motor. That thing was scary. Kawasaki Ninja. Yep, I remember them. Never had one. Never had a crotch rocket. Just, I don't know. They just didn't appeal to me. I don't even know what's out on the market anymore. I know in the area that I live in, we got a highway called 125. And I guess it's Missouri's version of the Tail of the Dragon in Tennessee and Carolina. Hell, I was on the Tail of the Dragon before I knew what it was. I was just, back when I lived in Tennessee, down by Maryville, went to look at furniture in North Carolina and happened to get on that road and wondered, what the hell did I do? Remember, even hide from a hurricane. Okay. Ninjas. Yep. Even ninjas hide from hurricanes. Okay. Never been in a hurricane. Been in a lot of storms. Been in several tornadoes. Actually drove an ambulance through the middle of a tornado one time. That was pretty wild. Actually, I didn't know I was in a tornado until we got through it. But I knew the weather sucked driving through it. Hell of a ride. Honda Hurricane had a 6-cylinder. Okay. Was a Hurricane kind of a version of a Gold Wing of some sort? I've only rode a Gold Wing one time, and I just, after driving the Ultra Classic Harley, when your shroud, your windjammer shroud, whatever you want to call it, windshield, it all turned with the handlebars. It was just funky going from that to a Gold Wing, and the fairing stayed stationary while you turned. It just kind of freaked me out. I don't know if I already asked you this or not, JB. Did you have any heat when your electric was out? Okay, growing fast. Basically, just didn't have all the stuff on it. Okay, straddle thing like you would blow your mind. Okay, it's 3-tier here. One is for 15 years old. You can ride a 50cc. 17, you can ride a 125. After 2 years, you can ride up to a 500 and then pay a fee. And it's always got to be a fee involved, isn't it, Connor? Anything you do, there's always got to be some kind of fee or tax involved. Up to a 500, and then you pay a fee at 22, and again until you're 24. Okay. You went down to Miami Homestead to help clean up right after the Hurricane Andrew hit. I bet that was an experience. I know back when the tornado hit Joplin, Missouri, a lot of the guys I worked with, they went down, or over, not already down. They went over to help with looting and stuff. Unfortunately, I worked where I was not allowed to do that. So you didn't ride it, you just try to stand it up. So yeah, it's a shame that national disasters hit, but it's nice that people like you and others to go and help clean up. Okay, you wait till you're 24. You can only have to do the full test. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'd be hosed here because our house is all electric, and even though I got one of them ventless heaters for a backup in case it ever happens, hopefully it does not. Logan Thorne, how are you? Do I buy stolen vehicles? Well, if I ever did, I probably wouldn't be an intentional. But as far as I know right now, everything I bought has not been stolen. Yeah, I think Frankie's got a whole barn full of stolen vehicles, don't you, Frankie? The Honda Resolution 1000R. Well, probably another one of them that's the same bike but labeled different here in the States. Respola. UK motorcycle lets you ride anything in the States. Okay. I can only ride a 125cc in the UK, but I can ride a 1200 if I flew over there for a couple weeks. Well, that's cool. That is cool. Yeah, I think all you pretty much, from my understanding, is if you have a valid driver's license in another country, you are able to drive in the United States legally. And really, there's only way for, okay, David, the only way for law enforcement to check if you have a valid license from another country is to go through Interpol. And that's a big no-no. It's a big pain in the butt. I was been there, done that, and was told that they would not run a license plate from another country because I had somebody from Japan. And they, matter of fact, told me to call and said, we can't do that unless we go through Interpol, and that causes red flags, and it's just a major pain in the ass. So, okay, Carlo. So, somebody said something bad. Drew Studio. He probably don't want to know the answer to that question that he asked anyway. Carlo. Been there, done that. And I have to say I lost that one. So. You don't win them all, that's for sure. There's always somebody bigger and somebody badder. And let me tell you, having a broken jaw is probably one of the more expensive bones to have broken in your body. Okay, JB, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to stay on here, but thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. And if I don't see you later today, I will see you next time. Doesn't have to go through Interpol as we are a NATO ally. Well, like I say, it's been years ago since I done it. I hadn't tried it since, so maybe it's because they didn't want to do it. I don't know. I wasn't a dispatcher, so I don't know. Don't know the process, just from what I was told. So. Well, this part 2 turned out to be pretty decent. It's a shame it cut off in midstream. But Connor, did you get a notification that I was live, or how did you find it? Because I had the original live stream I had scheduled for a couple days out to come on today. And then when I lost connection, I had to restart, which I didn't I didn't schedule it. I just did it impromptu, so. No problem, Richard. Thanks for coming back, buddy. You really haven't missed a whole lot. Talking about some motorcycles and Carlo timing people out for me because they were saying silly stuff. KTM 2-stroke. KTM, I'm not actually sure how to do it. I'll have to look that up, a super chat. I may not have enough subscribers yet to do a super chat. I don't know. I don't know anybody else out here knows. But a lot of stuff, until you have 1,000 subscribers, a lot of stuff you can't do. No, Frankie. No. And that's no. It. How much battery I got? Not much. But anyway, this is where we're at. There you go, Frankie. I started tearing the heads off. I got one right there. The intake's off. The head gasket was not bad on that side. But you can see a lot of crap in the motor. And I decided, hey, you know what? Why am I busting my hump on a 6-cylinder? I'm still going to have a 6-cylinder in an unknown condition if I do get it started. So I made a corporate decision. The 6-cylinder will not be fixed. We are going to do a V8 swap in it. So once I find an older 302 and a non-electronic C4 transmission, yeah, well, see, that was a problem with the one side. It had 0 lash in the lifters. So there's no 0 lash, so that's it. Between that and the fuel pump, I'm done. I'm done with it, Frankie. So we're gonna put all the parts in the trunk. We're gonna wait for warmer weather, and during that time, I've got other stuff to work on. We're gonna find us a 302 or 289 carbureted, and we are going to put that in this thing. You're going to delete all the electronics out of the Mustang. So that's where we're at on the Mustang. As soon as the Mustang's out, I'm getting on the interior on the van. I already turned the light off in there. So I'm working on putting an overhead console in the 18 van, as you can see. The 18 van. Some of you have already seen it. I know a lot of the other guys haven't. But anyway, my prop so I can handle the console and build the console up there. But I got to fix that headliner first before I put the console in. And everything I got needs love. But it'll be coming up in a video soon because I've got the couch to mount, and I want to put a bulkhead in the back and spruce it up a little bit, get it ready. Welcome back, JB. And then I've got a Pontiac sitting outside that I just bought last week. Actually, last Wednesday, matter of fact, I bought it. And that's why I didn't have my live stream last Wednesday, because I was in Oklahoma buying the Pontiac. And I don't know if you're familiar with the Poverty Tour, Frankie, but that's what we're going to be putting in a Poverty Tour. And if all works out well, we may do part of the Power Tour. So Yeah, KTM, I will see about that super chat. Do you know anything about that? Anything about that, JB? Super chats? How you have to do that? Why do I have PEX laying around for? Because I've put a bunch of PEX in. Do you not like PEX? Yep, I have 1/2 inch and 3/4. I've ran over probably 400 or 500 feet of water line in the property. You have to do it in YouTube Studio. It's simple. Okay. See, YouTube needs to have a thing, YouTube for Dummies. Kind of like, remember the old yellow and black books that had this and that for dummies? Yeah, I've put PEX in several times, and actually the reason I bought that last PEX, the red and green, is I used it in the motorhome. All the beans! What's up? Dynamite Dan. How are you? Yeah, so I replumbed the whole motorhome with it. Because every time we would go camping, the old clear 25-year-old water line would crack and break anytime you got a little moving. So Carlos Casanova, tutorial books, dummy. Okay, I'll have to look that up. Yeah, I'll check into that, JB. Honestly, I never thought about it, and he was the first guy to ask about it. So, I think I missed somebody. Greetings from Sweden. Well, hello, Thomas. How are you? I guess it's Tom or Thomas. Yeah. All the beans. What is your first name, if you don't mind? Mine's Mike. Most everybody in here knows. So, I had to laugh when you said about Marketplace. You're the second guy today I watched a video on it had brought up Marketplace, and that's what I was showing off my Pontiac that I got off Marketplace earlier. So, and you're right, Carlos. I am a dummy. That's okay. I can admit it. Yeah, we had to get on the waiting list here, JB. I guess that's how they do it. But man, if your internet, your fiber optic is as good as ours, oh, you're going to think you're in heaven, man. I'm telling you. I mean, yeah, it goes out occasionally. I think we've had it go out maybe once or twice in the last year, but it's usually less than 24 hours. It's usually a few hours. It's back up. It's a 243 heads today. Well, keep your eyes open for an old C4 transmission and an old 302 or 289. I'm in the market. I want something without the electronics. I might do HEI, but that's as advanced as it's going to go. Justin, okay. My name's Mike. Cobra Commander, how are you? Hanging out in the shop, beers, rebuilding the motor. Well, no beer, unfortunately. If I was, I'd probably be already drunk by now. But tearing down a motor, I tore down a motor until I decided I'm going to scrap the motor and put a V8 in it. So that's what we're doing. We're not going to pull it out now, but we're going to push it out. And we're going to start on another project until I find a motor for the Mustang. Now the Mustang is going to probably be a burnout car. Is the goal. Plans change all the time. Wow. I haven't been to a junkyard in quite a few years, but most of the stuff I need's probably been crushed already. Are you able to find old school stuff in the junkyard still? Oh, it was hooked up. Okay, I didn't know you already had it. Okay, cool. Yeah. A whole truck bed. I am located close to Branson, Missouri, in the Ozarks. I'm thinking you're located in Missouri too, is that correct? Well, I've got a 93 Bronco out there. I think it's got a 351 in it. If it has a 302, it'll probably be going in the Mustang because there's not a lot left of the Bronco, actually, if you know how bad they rust out. So you are a burnout, Frankie. Okay. Well, you fit right in with the rest of us then. I doubt that, Cobra. 427. I don't think the front suspension would handle it. It would have to be really beefed up. And I know you wouldn't have the hood on it. So I don't think the little Fox body could handle that. Oh, so you went over to the Metro East over there, over around Washington Park area, I'm guessing. I'm very familiar with the Metro East. I used to live 60 miles east of St. Louis, in Illinois, and I worked in the Metro East on ambulance service in Madison and St. Clair and Madison County, Illinois, in the hoods. 60 miles southwest of Missouri. Well, hello, fellow Missourian. Yeah, these YouTube things makes everybody neighbors. I know had another guy in the first part of the chat before it kicked off. He's not too far from me either. He just started his channel, and I'm going to say he's probably within about 60 to 80 miles from me. So a lot of people doing it now. Oh, I bet that was epic, Cobra. All motor, man. All motor. Well, like I say, I don't know what the Bronco's got in it. It's under a tarp right now because the driver's side window was down. And when I bought it, it wasn't the best weather, rainy and cold. So I wasn't going to jack with trying to get the window up. Plus the tailgate's off of it. So I just covered it with a big tarp until spring. So yeah, I think from everything I've read, the 351, you have to modify your hood. That's not out of the question, but I kind of like to keep it a sleeper. But I guess if it's going to be a burnout car, it ain't going to really matter much. So, but I will need a C4 transmission. I mean, I know I can buy all this stuff new, but I don't want to. It's expensive. I know some guys keep telling me to Go with a high dollar one. Well, Connor, I understand. I just bought a fuel tank for this Mustang. And it's one of the high pressure fuel tanks. And if I change over to the 302 with the low pressure, I'm going to end up having to get a fuel pressure regulator so I can shut her down. Washington Park. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful area, Washington Park? It's kind of like the garden spot of Illinois. Yeah, I know you know what I'm talking about. So, anybody's ever been to Washington Park? 111 Pick and Pull. Yep, I've heard of it. I've heard of it. It's a big place, I think. Finish up fuel line install. Connector on the tank just collapsed inward, and I tried to push the line onto the connector. Ugh, not good. Okay. Well, that's always an option, I guess. I'm not a mechanic. I'll be the first to admit it, and my profile says it. I am not a mechanic. I'm a DIYer and a car enthusiast, and I've been around cars and worked on crap all my life. And even though most of the time I have no freaking idea what I'm doing, I muddle through it. And not only do I learn stuff, but sometimes the people that actually watch the videos learn stuff too. If nothing else, they have a good laugh about it. All right, man. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. We'll see you later. I think I'm going to probably call it a night because, yeah. Yeah, you'll have to go back and see the first part of it, Frankie, and it's toward the end of where it ends at the carbureted model fuel tank, so no reductions for it either. Well, go with a fuel cell. That's what I'd do. It'd be a quick and easy fix. Use a fuel cell. They make all different sizes of them. And they're pretty common, so. But I'm going to get off here, guys. I'm going to get some supper. It's getting late. And I want to thank you guys all for coming in, hanging out, wasting your day with me. I'll be back on again next week. If you have the courage to show up and hang out again. Frankie, take it easy. Don't be a stoner all your life. And we'll see you next week. See you, JB. See you, Connor.